Hello and welcome back to another Elden Ring video. Today we're going to start at Lake Egghill and we're going to be going to the Limgrave Tunnels. So let me take you there really quick. Now once we arrive, we got to hop off Torrent, and then you see that little square in the middle? We're going to hop down, and if you take a look at the top left, you're going to notice the entire map of the Limgrave Tunnels. So this is a wonderful visual that I found from Polygon, and let's get started. As always, we activate the Site of Grace so we can fast travel back if we need to at a later time. If you take a look at the map here, we're going to be battling all sorts of enemies and collecting a lot of smithing stones. So we got 5 new enemies as well as 3 little rats until we have to move on. So as we venture into the tunnels, it is important to note that these enemies, these stone guys, actually have quite a bit of defense. Not that much HP, but always will knock your weapons back on physical attacks, or so I've noticed. As I do a nice little sneak attack here, it's a lot of damage. However, once he gets up, you're going to now notice that anytime I hit him, my Uchi katanas are going to bounce off of him, and not a lot of damage is going to be dealt. After killing him, we're just going to get the smithing stone. Then rinse and repeat. Now, the whole point of actually killing these guys and getting the smithing stones, though, is that we can take it to the round hold table, and if you remember the little smithing guy, he actually can upgrade and enhance your weapons and armor, right? So the smithing stones are very useful in that aspect, that we want to collect these because we can make our weapons stronger. So definitely pay attention to the map that we've been following and make sure you get all these smithing stones. Once you're really done with this area, you just go to the elevator and you're going to hop down. Now at this point we should be about here on the map. And as you see, as the elevator is going to start descending, we actually need to jump off for the next area. So we're going to hop on, then 1, 2, 3, hop off. I barely made it, so get ready for it. And then we're going to come to this point, and there's going to be a bunch of enemies. Now, as I mentioned that physical damage doesn't work necessarily well on these guys, fire damage does, because you can blow them up. So we have about 5 enemies here, as well as a bunch of smithing stones. So we're going to take out these guys quickly and make sure that we collect all of these stones before moving on. As you've noticed, some enemies are carrying a lantern that shoots fire. It's really easy to avoid. They're very slow, so just watch how far the fire is going. Just stay out of its way. Now, as you see the map pop up, you're going to notice that we're going to be hitting another elevator, but there are some items that are on its way down. Do not try to get it when the elevator is going up, or you're going to fail like me, and this is going to happen. Instead, what you're going to do is you're going to wait for it to descend and then roll towards it. It's a lot safer, and then you have a little ledge to help guide you down. It is only a golden rune, but hey, it's free money / experience. Before we encounter the boss, we're going to go off to the right and collect the last item. And finally, we're going to open up these doors and fight the boss. Okay, so during this boss fight, we're going to assume that based on how the entire tunnels have gone, that our attacks are going to bounce off. That is absolutely correct. It doesn't apply to all melee weapons, but it applies to a lot of them. It can be a very frustrating fight because of this, so as a samurai, I kind of use my special ability to deal a good amount of damage, as well as my friend is using magic, as this boss is actually weak against holy magic. Magic and ranged strategy. Now, the troll is slow, but hits with large AoEs, right? So make sure you aren't caught in them. It's best to use a shield in one hand and your catalyst in the other. Again, if you're not a mage, that is perfectly okay. I'm literally running around with 2 swords right now, and I'm able to do this. If you want an easier fight, I do not have these ashes at this time. However, it's very, very useful. So you can actually use the Northern Mercenary Ashes for an easy fight. The Kaiden can actually take out most of its HP by itself, as well as it provides a distraction from the troll targeting you, and instead targets the ashes. The other idea that you can use is by using the Spirit Jellyfish Ashes, which we do have already, as a distraction. As well, there are 3 real forms of attacks that the troll uses. So there's this sweep attack that it does, that the troll stomps with its right foot and then sweeps the floor with his club from left to right and from right to left. If he's near the wall, he crashes it, interrupting the attack. To counter it, you just roll to the other side. Very easy. He's got an overhead combo that the troll lets out a furious growl, then hits the ground with an overhead maneuver 4 times before charging with a devastating 5th attack. And if you're not safe at this point, you're probably going to be dead. To counter it, it's pretty simple. Just roll to either side until the combo ends. If you're using the ashes, hope that he targets them instead of you. Last, he's got a massive hit in which the troll charges and grabs the club with both hands before striking it into the ground with force. You're able to dodge so much by rolling. Anyways, watch out for when the troll also picks up the club, as it can create kind of like a little splash of area of effect. So just be mindful of that too. Now that's kind of it for all the tips I have, and as you see, like, I've been doing a mediocre job at best. Hopefully you guys are more skilled than me, but anyway, my friend died, so it's up to me to finish off the troll. Look at that dodge, that was pretty nice, and we're just going to finish him off. So once you actually vanquish the enemy, you are going to get this wonderful new medallion. And yep, you got it, the Roar Medallion, which basically just enhances your breath attacks. I mean, like, you got stinky breath. And after that, that's all she wrote. So thanks for tuning in. On the next episode, we are going to now continue going past Market the Fell onto Stormvale Castle. So as always, see you in the next one.